Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the new Spider-Girl figure from the Space Venom Build-A-Figure wave of Spider-Man Legends. And I have to say, I am particularly fond of this look for Spider-Girl. I love the suit. I think it's a really nice design, and the figure mostly lives up to my expectations of the design. There are a couple issues, but for the most part, it's pretty good. And I think some of the issues I have anyway, are just production issues, and I think at least some of you probably won't experience them, so that's a good thing. Let's get the figure off the stand so we can take a closer look. Alright, so this figure stands just about 16 centimeters, which makes her just about 6¼ inches, so definitely has a little bit of height to her. Most of the Legends seem slightly taller than they should be due to scale. Should be based on scale, I mean, but that's okay, so she's going to match the rest of the figures. Most of the webbing is painted well. It is, again, very boxy rather than curvy. Doesn't have too many curves in it, and it does have some issues. Like if you look at that lower thigh, upper part of the knee on the right leg, it's definitely got some misaligned webbing, which it is an eyesore. Luckily, the figure does look pretty good in general. You can see she's really shiny, though. Really glossy. I'm not sure why they made her that glossy, but it still looks good. I like the, maybe it's just because I like the suit design and they didn't totally butcher it. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit partial. The spider itself on the chest is done really well. The really kind of dark silver gunmetal on the edges of the suit looks pretty good. Happy about that. There's shading in her hair, so that looks pretty good. They painted and sculpted her earrings. That looks pretty good. The face is painted pretty well, other than her left eye, the one on the right in the video, does not have the black going up from the eye like it does on this side. You can see that kind of domino-looking eye, the diamond part right there. Doesn't go up. It doesn't have any of that on the left side, and I don't think that's accurate. I could be wrong. You guys can correct me if I am, but definitely could be a cleaner paint job. So it's not perfect, but it still does look pretty good. Now, as far as the articulation goes, the head can look all the way up, all the way down, side to side, and you can lean it from side to side. But here's the problem. The reason you can do that is because just like some of the little bit earlier female figures from the Legends, you can see right in there, the head sits way too high on that neck peg. Way too high. So that's definitely a problem. You can kind of hide it by how you pose the figure, but that should not be. That is not good. You should not be able to turn the head that much. You can see how offset it is because of how high the head is. It doesn't look good at all. As far as the shoulders go, you can bring them all the way up horizontally, so that's pretty good, bringing them all the way around. No bicep swivel until you get down here to the elbow, then you can rotate the arm around. And you do get about 90 degrees out of that elbow, so I like that. I think that's pretty good. You have a wrist swivel and a hinge. You only have a fist hand and a gripping hand. No interchangeable hands for this figure. The diaphragm joint works pretty well. You can lean it pretty far back. Not too far forward, but probably far enough. It does lean side to side, and you can rotate it around. As far as the hips, they go fairly far forward. They come out to the side just a bit while you're doing it, but it's not too bad. And going out to the side is almost impossible with the legs in the down position. Once you bring them forward, you can bring them out a little bit more, but it's just not a great hip design. They keep hurting the hips on the Spider-Man figures, and that's pretty odd for me. We have a thigh swivel, no problem there. Double jointed knee, no problem there. And then for the ankle, the feet go all the way back and not as far forward as I would like. You can probably force it a little bit more, but still it's kind of limited, and still the feet don't really fit the figure. They're just not quite right, and that's partly for the range of motion, but I have seen them do better and make it look better, so it's a little bit disappointing, but it's not a big deal, and you do get your ankle rocker. So it's not a perfect figure. It has a few somewhat serious issues, but I think once you get her posed and on a shelf, you're gonna like it. She looks pretty good. I think it's okay, and I think you guys are probably gonna like it for the most part, so I do recommend it. Alright guys, there you go. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new figure reviews up every day, give or take sometimes, because sometimes I throw a different video in there, but we have something to watch every day, and quite often we have more than one something to watch, so make sure you subscribe, and in the meantime, keep collecting.